Okay, I didn't want the video of me. What you heard right at the beginning was some good thunder. I was doing a little bit of a video, and I went about 5 minutes, and of course, right when I ended that video, and I'll post it over on YouTube later, the very last thing that happened was a really, really bright flash of lightning. And of course, by the time I get back to Facebook to go from recording to a live, I should have just gone live. There you hear the distant rumble. Of course, the bright flash was gone, but the worst and the best of the thunder, I just barely got logged in and live when it started. Oh, there we go. Now it's picking up. Thunderstorms in February. Who would think that? There we go. It's, I'm guessing, about 10:15 after 11 here. It's February the 19th. I believe it's February 19th. It's a Thursday. And I asked Alexa what the temperature was. She said 53. The TV said 51, so I'll go with 52. The storms are coming up from the southwest, and they're still having some activity. It's actually here. We might get rain up until about 1, 2, 3 in the morning, per the radar, per the forecast. But right now, as I was watching the radar, it's like if I'm going to capture anything, it's got to be now. It's got to be now. It's got to be now. Well, there's an old song, it's got to be me. It's got to be me. Ooh, and then you can hear the sound on the car, my car. As I was sharing in my 5-minute video, I actually thought I was live, and then it dawned on me, you're recording, dummy. So I stopped and came to live, which I'm glad I did, because this is what I love to capture. Just not this time of year, but we'll take it. Muddy driveway. I was at Walmart today. Right up here where the car parks is where I really want to get some kind of a covering. Down at the end, I'm hoping the landlord will drop some gravel. My little sidewalk lamps are working once they got unburied from the snow. I've got 2 holes, dips down here at the end. But what I'm hoping for, last year I got some of that rabbit stuff. It looks like sawdust. I picked it up at Walmart, I believe. And I just dumped it over here by the car, by those little slabs of cement, just so we don't have to get in and out of the car and deal with mud. And I could not find any at Walmart today. I didn't even see sand. So I'll either have to go back to Walmart again. Of course, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because with this rain, it would have just washed away. Yeah, that was not a stop, and there is a stop sign there. Now, if you can read the license plate, more power to you. They were coming down that alley pretty quick, too. If they were in a hurry to get away from someone. Wow. Busted. Now see, there's a light there, and I've got a phone here recording. I wonder if they stopped down at the bottom of the hill where there's stop signs. Hard to tell. If you don't stop at this stop sign, why would you stop down at the bottom of the hill? Late for work, that's their problem. That's their vehicle off in the distance. Sounds like they're racing off to somewhere. People in a hurry to get to nowhere from nowhere. So we'll see. Okay, well, I've got wind. That was a short one. The radar right before I came out here didn't show a whole lot of potential. There was a little brief blip of stuff we might get. We might get more rain up until maybe 1, 2, or 3 from what the forecast called for, and maybe the radar shows. There's a big blob of stuff out towards the west, and it comes from the southwest, but we're just not the ones getting all the fun and excitement, the thunderstorm activity. One year I laid sand down by the car and it just sunk in, and as a friend pointed out, all you're going to do is track sand into your house, into your car, and I don't want that. Last year that rabbit stuff served perfect. I couldn't find it. Maybe it's too soon. Walmart had other things out there for lawn and garden and things like that. I mean, it's February. That's probably closer to March. But don't people keep rabbits year round? I think so. Maybe it's back in. Maybe it was back in the pet section. Come to think of it, maybe that's where I found it last year. Okay. Because I could either use the rabbit stuff. I don't know what you would call it, rabbit mulch. But I think one time I used actually kitty litter. And now that I think of it, that's probably where I did find it. Okay. Just giving it a little bit more of a moment. The rain stopped. Most of it. Now it's picking up. Of course. So let's hope. Well, I did get a little bit of storm activity. My little video, like I said, I didn't realize I was recording and not live. And by the time it figured into my mind, my thinking, it's like, well, just go live. And right when I ended the video, about 5 minutes, there was a nice bright flash. So I'm hurrying as best I can to get from the recording phase of it to Facebook to go live. And right when I was signing on here, it caught the tail end of the thunder, hopefully. And that's where I was trying to do my best to get the camera off of me, even in the dark. Got that block glass window right there. It's perfect in winter, if you remember the Christmas tree and the lights on the inside. Really nice. But it's also cool when it's a thunderstorm, the way that block glass lights up. I'm going to do one little thing here, not too long, because I don't want to get the phone wet. Okay, they're on dim, bright. And that's pretty much northwest, or west, spatially. Where all those little lights are. Look like a little village, doesn't it? That's where most of the fun activity would be. Alrighty. Well, you know what? I don't think much more is going to happen. And, if this were a summertime storm, even a springtime sort of a storm that's false spring. They keep using that term because we keep getting nice weather the last couple of days in the 50s, near 60, which I've loved. If I had fishing equipment, I would have gone fishing. All this stuff along the alley, which you can't see, I want to cut down off the fence. If anybody has a chainsaw to borrow, it would make it easier than using the two saws I have and the lopper. But it's all mushy. It's marshy, swampy, squishy right along that fence. So I'm like, it'll wait. You know, but I have to cut it before it starts blooming, because then you got to deal with the stickers and the poison stuff. Once I get it cut down, then the city comes along and cleans it up. Oh, a little bit of lightning. So we'll give it a little bit of a chance here. This isn't heat lightning, as they used to call it. And I'm pretty much facing due north. I wonder, oh, that was a good one. Okay, that's the thunder from the one that flashed over this way, if you can see where my hand's moving. But this was just a bright one over here, so we'll have a double. Earlier in this live video, someone went racing down this alley. Well, it's a deep booming one, isn't it? Someone went going down this alley and didn't even stop at the stop sign. Got it on camera. One of the investigators, the amateur ones, was taking a few routes around Tucson from Nancy Guthrie's home. And just about every roadway, unless they took some back roadways to get away from her house, or went up into the mountains or something, every place, every intersection they would have come out to. Traffic lights, street lights, cameras. And even if they're the cameras that monitor speed, they still take a picture and record. But yet, as the person was reporting, they have nothing of vehicles out at 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning. Are you kidding me? And why is it always a white vehicle? You know? But they have nothing. And it's like, how? Tucson's got a bunch. They got more money there. Is this the that's the person that's been driving around the neighborhood, kind of like they're in a hurry, because they came down this alley probably up to no good. The way they came racing down this alley, there we go. The way they came racing down this alley, you kind of thought the cops might have been on their tail. But it's just amazing that with all those traffic lights, all those street lights by the traffic lights, and with all the cameras, whatever type, there were several different types too, by the way. Nothing was recorded, no pictures. Whoever the perp was, or perps are still, if they haven't caught them, unless, like I said, they took some, dirt road, back road, trail road away from Nancy's up into the mountains or someplace like that. All those, he went to every possible intersection that they would have gone to, especially one that leads to one of the major highways. So what's up with that? Prayers that she's found and is safe. A lot of thoughts, a lot of opinions. None of us were there. None of us have all the facts, whether we watch Nancy Grace or Megyn Kelly or not. Train whistle. I love trains. By the way, that train track, it sounds pretty near. It's not. We don't have a train track very near us. It's fairly good distance. Maybe a mile or two, something like that. But it's night and it's quiet. I hear the train a-comin'. It's coming around the bend. Pull up an old Johnny Cash train song. Josh Turner's Long Black Train or something. Still have some lightning. I'm not getting a whole lot of thunder to follow, though. And that's what I like. I love the light show. The best light show you're ever going to get isn't by Pink Floyd or some pyrotechnic expert. Nope, God's got one going. The thunder and lightning is always supreme. I remember driving to work one time from Somerset, Ohio into Newark, and it was kind of early morning and it was dark. And it just stormed, and I you couldn't hear the thunder, but it was almost like a nonstop light show. It's like, wow, this is amazing. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. The heavens declare the glory of God. Yeah, they do. All creation proclaims his existence, even to those who know him not, who have not heard the word. Wow. So, I think we're just about to the end of this one. But I love a good knockdown, drag-out storm. The best part is if you come out here in daytime, when you've got one, you can see the wind and you can see the rain as it kind of sheets across the road. That's always cool. But at night, you get the light show. Night lights, yeah. There's some distant thunder there. I remember one time being out here, and it was not really a powerful storm that, did a hurricane come inland in Ohio? No, it was just, I remember hearing thunder, just one rumble right after the other. And it was like they were looped, but they were different and distinct and distant. And it just kept rumbling and roaring and rumbling. And it was like so cool. It was daytime, but it was just nonstop. I've probably got that video somewhere on Facebook on a memory. It'll pop up one day. Or maybe it's tucked away in YouTube somewhere. I might go try to find it one day. But wow, it was just so impressive. I just kind of like, wow, that's the coolest thing. It wasn't like boom, rumble, kind of, and then a break. It was like one would just begin, fade out, and the next one was starting, and it was just one on top of another, on top of another. And I can see the flashes in the distance. I just saw something like flash off on my car. So that might have been lightning. Well, I thought maybe someone was driving up the street, like that would have been the car lights reflecting off of my car, but it wasn't. So, the rain's picking up a little bit. I mean, I could stay out here indefinitely. If we have a chance for rain, some kind of storms, till 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning. I mean, I'm not going to be on the porch for the next 2, 3, 4 hours. I'm sorry. If I miss a good storm, there's the train again. And I've done that. I've been out here for some of this and then gone in, and about an hour later, boom, it cuts loose, and I'm like, nah. It's 12:30. It's 1 o'clock. Am I starting to smell skunk? They don't sneak up on you. We walked out the other morning, and there had been one around here. It's like a helicopter. You can hear them from a distance. You don't have to see them. Right? So I hear a helicopter, yeah. We have a hospital. I don't know if you can see the red lights through. There's a fence, and it's like in this area I can see like the red lights, which are the lights on top of the hospital, like so we can see it basically from here. And Lifeline goes there quite frequently, which is sad. We had probably 2, maybe 3 today. We hear them because it's like they just go right over top of the house most of the time. They're not bringing patients here, trust me. I mean, maybe 1 out of every 100 flights they might come and bring someone to Cambridge, but I would have a feeling it's probably just to drop them off here to the next copter that can take off. We're low on gas. Can somebody take them the rest of the way to Cleveland or something? But there was one day we counted. There was like 7. Think of that, 7 life flights. Why would you want to go here if you're going to be life flighted out? And there's many more times that the ambulance rolls them to other destinations. Wow. But it's nice that place is there, I guess. It's nearby for us. So the rain it's just sprinkling a few drops, not even a breeze, and you can see just little flashes of lightning. So most of it's gone. Let me take you inside. We'll look at the TV screen, see what it does, or shows or says. That was a lightning flash. Figures. As I come in, there's the glow. There's the light glowing from the block glass over here. Close that. Don't need that on all night. But there's what we had. Channel 10. And there's our radar. And here's us, and here's what just passed by. Not much over here, and you see it's all toward the northwest, and there's a bunch more to the west. That's why they're giving you that possibility for the next couple hours, 11:33. So, hey, that was fun. Can't wait till springtime. Get some more of this stuff here. Look up north. That's a lot of orangish rain, orangish, yellow, reddish, heavy rain. And you see the little lightning bolts through here. In Cambridge, not much. We had a little bit, but there's some stuff down in here, so maybe. But I won't be going back out. Out there. Alrighty. Have a good night.